Welcome one, welcome all to another edition of The Local, the chance to catch up on what's going on in local footy across the nation. You send us all your info to make sure we're across it too, just by the way. But it's great to be back with you after another weekend of Australian rules footy across Australia. My name's Daniel Harford and love talking local footy with you on The Local podcast, but I can't do it by myself. I need the one and only Nick Sacco to join us and be a part of it because he knows it inside out. And he's back with us again today. Nico, welcome back to you, mate.
Harf, we've got so much to go through today. There has been a lot happening at local footy level right around the country, so I don't want to waste too much more time, but there is a lot to get stuck into, which is great.
Righto, well, let's not waste too much time. Let's go to the main event, the headline act of local footy across the nation, across the weekend, and it was the one and the only Dustin Martin.
D. Martin, yes, made his local football return for the Port Douglas Crocs.
The Crocs.
Now, they got the win, which is obviously very important.
Well, that's why you hit these big blokes. And yes, you'll sell some cans on the hill. Don't worry about that. But you want to get the win as well, Nico.
47 points over the South Cairns Cutters.
The what?
The Cutters.
The Cutters.
We're going to get to nicknames in a sec,
Yeah,
but we'll
okay.
finish on Dusty. So he kicked 2 goals in that 47-point triumph for Port Douglas, so they definitely got their money's worth. But announced earlier during the week, he's also going to pull the boots on for Clarence over in Tassie later this year.
So is he doing the roadshow? Is he going to do the national roadshow and do a couple of games here and there, or is he just going to sort of pick and choose a couple through the year?
I reckon knowing Dusty, not personally, but knowing him, he would probably only suit up for the occasional 3 or 4 throughout the year just to get a taste of it again. So Clarence can consider themselves very fortunate that they get the chance to have Dusty play for him in June this year.
Gee, Tassie's going gangbusters in the ex-superstar market, aren't they? We had Gary Ablett Jr. a couple of weeks ago playing down there, and I think Dyson Heppel's going to play down there. We're going to hopefully have a chat to Dyson in a couple of weeks. And now Dusty Martin. So the legends are going to Tassie.
It's the place to be. Are they just warming up for a return when Tassie enters the AFL
Well,
in a couple of years?
I'm not sure Dusty's going to be putting the boots on for the Tassie Devils in a couple of years, but who knows? Who knows? A funny game footy, but that's great for Tassie footy, great for Queensland footy as well. And I did see a little bit of vision of that. So it was going around on the socials. And someone copped the fend, the Dusty fend. I reckon if you're the bloke who copped the Dusty fend from what are they, the Cutters?
No, so they're the Crocs.
Yeah,
the
so
team
the
that he
bloke
played for.
played against the Cutters.
Yes.
So the Cutter bloke who copped it, I reckon he'd be living off that for years.
Badge of honour.
Badge of honour. I copped the Dusty fend off, and he got pushed aside pretty easily too, just by the way. He wasn't quite ready for it. But Dusty just came in and went whooshka with the one arm as he does, and our man, the Cutter, fell to the deck. It was all over.
In the Geelong hoops as well, Dusty was for
Yes.
Port Douglas. So
Yes.
I'm not sure Cats fans would have appreciated that too much, considering that he torched them a few times throughout his AFL career.
Well,
but-
especially that grand final at the Gabba.
Oh, 100%.
When it went pear-shaped for the Cats, and Dusty took over and took home another Norm Smith of his 3. Quite the record. But great to have Dusty Martin. We had Buddy Franklin a couple of weeks ago playing in WA, icons of the game, and then now Dusty playing up in North Queensland and then heading down to Tassie. So he's doing the top and tail of the nation.
He's getting all around the country, and I'm sure he's enjoying it. Getting back into the footy landscape a little bit. But before we move on, so we've got to chat about nicknames because we're going to get to Travis Cloke.
Yes.
And let's get to Travis first.
Let's do that first. Because Travis Cloke, former Collingwood great, of course, is coaching the Oakley Chargers in the Talent League competition. So the Under-18 Talent League. So he's a busy man on weekends, is Big Clokey. He's was at Essendon for a little while in their VFL program and AFLW program. Oakley Chargers now coaching that program, doing a hell of a job too, just by the way. But just to get the stress out, Nico, sometimes you just got to get out there and have a bit of a crack. So he suited up on the weekend for the Yarra Glen.
Go for it.
River Pigs.
The River Pigs.
Now, we'll get to his numbers shortly, but I just want to have a bit of a sidebar here. The River Pigs might be the best name I've come across for a team in local footy. I don't think in my time, and I'm keen to hear from you, that there's been a better mascot name for a team in local footy. The Cutters is interesting. I don't know what the Cutters means before from Port Douglas. But that was quite something, the River Pigs. I've never heard of anything quite like the River Pigs. It evokes an emotion. A dirty, big, scrapping, fighting pig in the mud on the river. That's what it evokes to me. That's the picture I get in my. I've never seen a picture of what a river pig is, but that's the picture that I get in my head. Have you come across anything quite like a river pig when it comes to nicknames for footy clubs?
That's incredibly unique. I remember when I first started at Northern, or early days, and Old Eltham Collegians came across. I couldn't believe there was a footy team called the Turtles.
The Turtles.
That was quite extreme on my end.
Doesn't evoke a lot of athleticism, does it? The Turtles.
Well, this is what I'm saying, because they're unique, yes. But if I'm thinking, I want to play for a tough club, they're going to be right up there. They show a lot of guts. The Turtles isn't probably something I would have leaned.
No, but the River Pigs is.
But the River
if you
Pigs
want to be
is.
tough and down in the dirt, I think the River Pigs is where you want to play.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. I mean, again, I'm only going to go through Northern from the top of my head. There's the Lakers for King Lake. I mean, that's
boring.
pretty boring. We've got the Pingers if you want to go down that path for Epping.
No, we're not going there. We are not going there.
Okay, that's fine. But other than that, there's not really too many that stick out in my mind. What about you?
No, I can't come anywhere near the River Pigs. That's fantastic. In fact, I want to throw it out to our audience. If you can come up with a better club mascot nickname than the River Pigs, we would like to find out about that, please. Let us know. I want to talk to the people that make that stuff happen. So across the nation, ask your friends, get your friends involved, loop them in on the socials. We want to know the best Australian football club mascot nickname, and we will crown them the king of the mascots. And through some sort of competition I'm sure we'll do something here in the local. But the River Pigs, I tell you, they're in the bracket already. They're in the bracket because that is quite something.
Yeah, we'll definitely get a bracket going. So let us know. We want to get as many nominations as we can, all around the country, not just Victoria, of course. We just want to get the most unique, out there nicknames for local footy that we've come across.
Now, not only did they have a great nickname, the River Pigs, but they had a big day on the weekend. The Yarra River Pigs against Powelltown in the Outer East Football League. And Big Clokey, and this is how we got to this. We've forgotten how we got here. Big Clokey came from his Chargers game, rocked up at 2 o'clock. Game was at 2:10.
Yep.
And then what happened, Nick?
Well, I don't know if you've seen the full extent of his stats, but the River Pigs won by 230 points.
It's a strong performance.
So it's not a bad performance.
Strong.
But as we have a look at his stats for Travis Cloke,
318. That's year high. Is that the best we've got?
I've tried to get an answer from Premier Data, but I believe it is the most we've seen this year.
256, I think, was the best we've seen.
Yep.
318.
36 disposals, 33 of them kicks, 26 marks, which is the most marks in a game in Premier Data history.
Is it?
Surpassing the record of Kelly Pickard in 2024, who had 25.
We've got to get him on.
Travis Cloke has now got the
on.
record, 26. And then, of course, 18 goals.
18 goals, 8.
18 goals, 8.
So of those kicks, he had 26 shots at goal. Well, 26 scoring shots anyway. Might have had a few more. Who knows with Clokey? Sometimes they go sideways. But largely on the weekend, they went pretty straight. Clokey, don't punch me.
We want to get him on, don't we?
We'll have to get him on after that. He's had 36 disposals.
Unheard of.
So where's he? He's not playing ruck, is he? He's not being the mobile ruckman just pushing forward and kicking 18.
Well, I don't know.
Still he's playing key post.
Some 1-2s inside forward 50 before he snaps around.
318 ranking points for the great Travis Cloke in the Outer East Footy Netball League. Well done to him. That has to be leading. I reckon 256 was our best number prior to this.
Well, it's the best performance that we've seen across 2026. And we'll get to some of the stats later, but some of his teammates had a fair afternoon too, I might
Well,
add.
if you win them by 230, fair to say there's a bit of ball in your hands
100%.
for the River Pigs.
Yes.
Our boys, the River Pigs. 36 he's had and 18-8. That is officially ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Well done to Clokey. And coming off his coach, this is the thing. This is what coaching does to you. It just, you get that stressed. You just got to unwind. So Clokey does it. Some blokes go and hit the pavement and run marathons. Some blokes go to the gym and punching bags. Clokey goes out there and just kicks snags.
Yep.
Kicks snags after coaching and the stress of coaching. Well done. That's fantastic.
Another Collingwood Premiership player. So let's move on.
No need to mention Collingwood again. If you get another Collingwood person on this podcast soon, there's going to be a conversation between you and I.
We've got a good track record. Can't wait to have this week's guest on a bit later.
Oh, God.
Let's just go through a couple of tidbits. Again, I've got a heap here, so I might smash through a few of these before we move on to some of the stats. Let's start. So I hope I'm saying this last name correctly. Is it Alex Lukic or Lukic? Lukic.
Yep.
So he's playing in the VAFA. So last week he played 2 games for the VFL Young Guns and then for Box Hill.
I covered that game at Trevor Barker Oval between Sandy and Box Hill.
Went back to local level this week to play for Collegians and just kicked 8 in a very dominant display for a 42-point win over the previously undefeated Bo Morris.
He's a bloody good player, Lukic. Yep. He's a good size athlete, and in that game against Box Hill, there was one moment, I remember it, he got the ball inside forward 50 and turned his opponent around and just exploded into space. I think he might have missed a shot, but it was one of the most athletic things I've seen in local footy for a long, long time.
So one to keep an eye out for?
Oh, I think so. Okay. I think so. No surprise. If he's back at Ammo level, because they're in B grade now, collegians, he could be absolutely kicking big bags very, very regularly.
Staying in the VAFA, 3-club ex-AFL forward Mitch Brown.
Yes.
Not quite Cloke's level, but did kick 12 goals for the Parkdale Vultures. That's another one. The Vultures aren't
Vultures is good. I've played against the Vultures, coached against the Vultures.
They won by 189 points over Old Peninsula, so 12 goals.
So Old Peninsula have come up from C grade. That's right. So they're having a bit of a battle at the start of the season, but it's a good day for Mitch. 12 snags.
Yeah, not too bad.
Nice work.
Ed Green, the brother of GWS star Toby.
Oh, yeah.
Where's
he playing?
He maintained his stronghold in the Mornington Peninsula Division 2 competition. He's playing for Rye.
Right, Demons.
He kicked 7 goals in a 26-point win over Bond Beach. He's now got 23 goals in 4 games and has been named in the best in each of those 4 matches.
Right, so 23 and 4, 6 a game. He played, is 100? He's on track.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll be keeping an eye out for that. I reckon in the next couple of weeks we can get an update on some ton watches.
Yeah, ton watch action. We need plenty of that.
It wouldn't be too far away. So Dyson Heppel.
Have you been to you've been to the Rye Footy Oval, just by the way?
Oh, not for a long time, but
the Rye Footy Oval is one of the most majestic ovals. It's just the surface is ridiculously good all year round. It's great in the summer, obviously, when there's plenty of sunshine and grass growing, but it's just a great venue. It's a great oval to play footy on. Even we used to go down there as when we were playing at the Hawks, we'd do our camps. We'd go and train and play scratch matches at the Rye Footy Oval.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
So Dyson Heppel played for the MDU Football Club in the Mid-Gippsland League.
Did he?
Yes.
On the weekend?
On the weekend. Now, the big thing is, so they won by 8 points, but he was an 8-point player. So I'm sure you know how the point system works.
I thought 6 was the maximum point.
Well, so did I. But apparently he got 6 for being an ex-AFL player, but because he's played for a different club already this year, he got an additional 2 points. Now, I'm not sure how it works, and I don't want to get into the devil of the detail for point systems in local footy because I reckon we could spend an hour on it. But he was an 8-point player for the MDU Football Club, and they did win in the end, so it was always worth it. But very fascinating.
So what's the tally you're allowed these days? I've lost track of what you're allowed to.
46.
46.
I believe.
Righto. So if you got... I imagine, now I don't know much about the MDU footy team.
Yep.
I imagine there's a bit of homegrown talent floating around, so there's a lot of one-pointers.
You would hope so if you're getting an 8-point player.
Well, yeah, there's not too many left over after your 8. 46 to 38. Oh, there's enough. Should be able to get a half-decent team there. And they had the win.
8-point win.
8 points is a bit stiff, though. Not sure he needs to be 8 points.
just to rub it in a bit.
I think 6 is enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
6 is enough. What does it matter? What's another 2 points? He's not going to be there all year. He's not the Dyson Heppel of 10 years ago, just by the way, despite the fact he looks magnificent at the moment.
Doesn't he?
My God, wish I looked like that.
We had Brett Bewley on last week, of course.
We did.
Darley. I don't reckon he'll come back, though, because after coming on our podcast, they lost their first game in 23 matches on the weekend. So their unbeaten run came to an end. They lost to Melton by 16 points in the Ballarat Football League.
One of my old coaches, Dennis Pagan, would call that you've been on Media Street and you got ahead of yourself. Now, that's what's happened to Darley there and Brett Bewley. How many posies did he get?
Well, we'll get to his stats in a moment.
Righto, okay.
So he still had a pretty handy afternoon.
Righto.
So
they got ahead of themselves. The media circus got a hold of the Darley Footy Club.
Oh, so anyway.
That's awesome.
That's fine.
That is awesome.
It's pretty funny.
So, there's another one. If you've got a team you need to stop, let's get them on the potty and let's have a chat to them so you can get them the next week.
Kangaroo Flat, speaking of streaks, they ended their 25-game losing streak in the Bendigo League.
Good, the Flatters.
With a 93-point win over Broadford.
Oh, yes. Now Broadford, that's great for Kangaroo Flat.
Yep.
It's a good way to break a drought. Win by 93. You're in front a long way from home there.
And we know Broadford have just come back into the footy scene.
Just come back in. Big Nathan Thompson, one of my former teammates,
yes.
North Melbourne champ as well. He's coaching Broadford after the hiatus last year. So they're repacking that, re-putting that club together. I know it's a bit of a challenge for Big Tomo. So they've copped a couple of hammerings early doors.
21-25 Kangaroo Flat kicked in the end. Now, this is...
At the ring time, I see how he's going.
It's interesting because, Kangaroo Flat, their nickname are the Kangaroos.
Yeah.
Which I don't... but that's what I'm saying.
Sort of makes sense.
But they played Broadford, who I believe they're the
Kangaroos as well.
So it was the battle of the Kangaroos over there.
It's a lot of Kangaroos.
A few more to go through. Gary Ayres, of course.
Ayres, Warrigal.
Yep. Yeah, they are flying with him at the helm. They are 4-0 to start the season. They defeated Barnsdale by 27 points to remain unbeaten.
How did they go last year? What's the benchmark for them? Do we know?
I can have a look for you in the meantime.
Because, Ayres, he's one of the great coaches, so there's no surprise to see what he's doing there at Warrigal. Was at Murrelbach for many years before that. Of course, his time in the VFL and the AFL. So he's a champion of coaching at all levels, the great Gary. In fact, he's an interview we should have too, Big Airsy. We should get him on some stage. But I would like to know a benchmark for those boys in Warrigal, see what he's doing there. But 4-0 is a good start, no doubt about that, after a big win over Bairnsdale.
Oh, 100%. I'll just quickly get it up for you because I'm sure it would make for fascinating viewing because you're right. Last year can play a big role into what you're trying to do as a side this season. But to start 4-0 is a very strong achievement.
Early wins. You want early wins in any competition. Just makes life that much easier when you get to the back end. You can start to just chill out a bit, getting ready for a finals campaign, hopefully, for teams that get early wins. We know teams like the Bombers in the AFL win early and then just fall off and never play finals.
I'll grab it for you.
That's right.
No
dramas. We'll work it out.
Oscar McInerney returned to his junior club.
Big O.
On the weekend in Montrose. So that would have been very nice to see him come back. But they couldn't get the win over Wanturna South. So
actually, I think I said as he coached Murrelbach. He coached Montrose, didn't he?
Montrose, yes.
Yeah. If I said Murrelbach, you know what I mean.
So Wanturna South are still unbeaten and they got the job done by 28 points over Montrose, but great to see the Big O back in local footy action.
Geez, he'd be tough to stop, wouldn't he?
He would. I'd love to know what his stats were.
Who's playing on him?
I don't know. And
no one big enough.
Ruck, forward, he'd be all over it. Because he could still play AFL, I reckon.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
He only just retired.
So. Absolutely he could. Geez, who's stopping him?
Yeah.
That's a good effort.
He's very good. And a couple of northern ones to finish. I thought I'd save them till last this time just to get them going. So Heidelberg celebrated their 150th anniversary as a football club on the weekend. Zane Barzen kicked 7 goals and they thumped Greensborough by 58 points. So they're still unbeaten as far back as round 3 2024 of the Tigers. So they're looking for their 5th straight premiership.
Round 3 2024.
Yeah.
That's over 2 years.
It's over 2 years. So they're still unbeaten since then. They've won the last 4 flags, as we know, in the NFNL, and they are just flying at the moment.
Right, they can't stop the Tigers. No one can stop the Tigers. I wonder if the other coaches in the Northern Footy League, collaborating on ways to beat them, getting together, try and find a way to just end this dynasty. Because I wouldn't mind betting that's a half smart play.
Yeah,
coaches come together. What do we do with these boys? How do we beat them?
There's got to be a way.
It's got to be a way at some stage. Because that's a pretty good competition, as we know.
Yeah, absolutely. Another friend of the local, Brett McCaffer, he was a late out for Epping on the weekend, but they were still able to defeat Heidelberg West by, 9 points. They were down by 11 points at three-quarter time. Epping turned it around to win by 9 points over the Heidelberg West Hawks.
Well done, the Pingers, and we're not going with that nickname. We're not going anywhere near that, Nico. Thank you.
Your words, not mine.
So McCaffer's not required, basically, is what you're saying there.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what the
talks of a one-man band are pretty much gone now from that. And then just Aaron Edwards watched because he's been in great form. He kicked another 7 goals for Reservoir, and they defeated King Lake by 51 points.
What's his total? We've got a total?
We'll get a total in a sec. But in the meantime, Levi Greenwood was best on ground for Reservoir. So they are going along pretty well. They're 2-2 to start the season, Reservoir. And this is a team that have historically struggled in recent years.
Yep.
And, they've had some concerns. They went into recess for a little bit, of course. So it's wonderful to see the fact that they're now starting to find their feet a bit. And make their way into the competition. So a shout out to Reservoir. They're 2-2. As I said, I'm just getting Aaron Edwards now. His stats, he's 19 goals from 4 games at the moment. Now, keep in mind, top of the ladder top of the tree so far is Paddy Fitzgerald, who, of course, kicked those incredible amount of goals. It was 13 a couple of weeks ago. So if you take that away, you could argue that Aaron Edwards on average is playing pretty well.
He needs a big bag, though. He needs a 12 and 13 type situation.
I'm sure it's coming.
It'll come at some stage for Aaron Edwards. So Reza are coming. That's good. Good to see them back up and about. Got some good players in that team, as we've discussed a few times. Righto, let's get to some of the best performances of the week. We've touched on a few already, but let's go around the grounds and find out what else is happening in local footy land.
So we've got 14 to look at very quickly here. Yeah,
Righto.
not 13 like Hutto, 14.
Rapid fire.
Well, Brett Bewley, we spoke about him before, still managed
52?
52 disposals, 11 clearances and a goal despite the loss.
So we didn't affect his performance. It was just his teammates who got ahead of themselves. So that's not on us. That's on them. That's on them. That's not on us.
Oh,
We're not copping that. No way. No way. We got Bewley up for 50.
Yep.
No thanks.
All right.
Bad luck to Daly, but well done to Brett.
I think that might be season high as well. So
52's a lot.
well done to Brett Bewley. We've got Will Coates.
Billy
St.
Coates.
Kev's old boys.
One of my boys.
Very strong performance in the ruck. Now,
205, 29 disposals. Yeah, I saw a bit of vision about this on the socials. They played St Bernard's.
Yep.
Had their first win of the season, the Scobbers.
They did. And William now has the record for the most clearances in a game this year.
22.
With 22.
Rightio.
The highest ever is Jackson Trenggrove for Cobram. He has 31.
31.
But this is a season high.
Yeah, he's a ruck big unit. The Fizz, they call him the Fizz. His nickname.
Yep. So
Spent
hopefully
a bit of time at
Richmond.
Richmond in the VFL through the journey. I coached him when he was an under-19s player. There you go. Back in the old days.
We love
He
that.
was playing senior footy. He's a beauty. Well done, Fizz. Jack
now,
Russell.
Let's go to
Not the one that used to be the high-performance guy at Carlton.
No, not that Jack Russell.
Andrew Russell.
But Jack Russell, not the dog either, playing for Kyabra, and they had a very big win, and he was one that stood up. So 46 disposals, 9 clearances, 3 goals, 223 ranking points.
You know I love the goals and the fact on the bottom of that 46 and 3 is a good day. They must have had a good day.
They did. They won by 126 points over Euroa.
Right, well done, Jack. That's a good day out. Right, next up.
But I'm going to be biased because I reckon his teammate had a better day. My second cousin, Anthony De Pasquale, finished with 24 touches, 12 marks, 17 score involvements, and 10 big ones.
10 snags. 24 and 10's a good day.
10 goals, 4.
It's not quite Trav Cloke stuff, but it's not a bad day for Dipper. Is he what's he? Second cousin?
Second cousin.
Oh, no.
So he's VFL listed at Werribee. So if you're listening, I'd suggest you get him back in the team.
Oh, is it Werribee?
He's at Werribee.
My man Danny Lowther coaching them.
So maybe get a word in his ear that this man needs to be back inside.
Well, after 10, surely he's on the radar.
Oh, I would hope so.
Righto. Good luck, Dipper.
Shout out to the De Pasquales. Mark Kovacevic, who is an NFL Rosbrook winner, best and fairest winner that is. He's now playing for Riddle in the RDFNL. 30 disposals, 40 hit-outs, 20 contested possessions, and a goal for the big man.
That's a good day for a big man. Good to sneak that goal in. I hope it was late in the game when all the pressure was on to try and just add to the tally, just buffer out the stat sheet with the one goal. Well done, big Mark. Well done to you.
To make it a 125-point margin, which it was in the end.
Yeah, but the pressure was on him to get a goal because otherwise he doesn't get a mention on the pod.
True. It's my role to say these names correctly. I'm going to have a tough time with this one. I apologise, Jessica, in advance.
No, Jess Wushner. She's a Brisbane Lions.
No, but that's what I'm saying. My pronunciation skills I've got to be better at. So.
AFLW Premiership player.
Well, she was outstanding for Lauderdale over in Tassie. 11 goals.
11 snags for Jess Wushner.
34 touches.
You know she got struck by lightning.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's Jess, yeah.
Ah, yes.
She was working on some tower or something. And she got struck by lightning, yeah. So she's coaching, or I think she's been coaching the under-18s, the Tassie under-18s, or the VFLW team, one of those pathway teams. Would be in the mix to be involved in their AFLW team, you'd reckon, following that pathway. So, yeah, she's a champ, Jess.
Yeah.
11 snags. Nice work.
That's a pretty good performance. We are moving now to NNW United in the Central Rivers League. We've got 2 players here. So this is Bo Schwartz. 27 touches, 8 marks, and another 11-goal performance
11 goals. Big forwards kicking bags and getting lots of footies. That's good. 27 and 11. That's a good day. What did Clokey have? 33. Yeah. 33 and 18.
36.
36.
Touches.
36 and 18. 27 and 11 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Bowie.
And then his teammate, who had the highest ranking points aside from Travis Cloke this weekend, 245, 38 disposals, 6 clearances, 18 marks and 4 goals.
Yeah, that's a good day. 38 and 4. That's a good midfield performance, that is, from JJ. Our man JJ there, dominating.
Jordan Johnson. So
18 marks is a good number too.
Absolutely. Another ruckman here, Matthew Dennis, Bandura great. He's plying his trade over at Pascoe Vale. 34 disposals, 21 contested possessions, 9 clearances, 40 hit-outs, and yes, Harf, he did kick a goal.
Right, okay. Well, it's got to go on the graphic. Otherwise, I don't get too excited.
I just like to surprise you
For the
sometimes.
Premier Data team, I need the goal just put on the graphic, please, if you can help out. Who did we talk to from Pascoe Vale the other week? Were we talking to someone from
Well,
Pascoe
we
Vale?
had Ahmed Saad, who was playing for Pascoe Vale.
We had Ahmed Saad. We did too, who was there last year. Yeah, that's right. And well done, Big Matty.
So a very strong performance there. Next up, we have Caleb McPherson from Albion in the Western Football Netball League. 40 disposals, 10 inside 50, 16 clearances and 8 tackles.
No snags, though. No snags.
No snags from what I can see.
Caleb. Right, that's his challenge to just up his ratio just a little bit. But he's a deliverer. 10 inside 50s. He's the guy that gets it to the good guys forward of the ball. That's okay. We can work with that, Caleb.
Joel Edwards, playing in the Ballarat Football Netball League. 12 goals from 21 disposals, 14 marks, 19 kicks.
Yep, good day, Jolie. Jetta. I'm sure his nickname's Jetta.
If it's not, we've given it to him now.
Yeah, that's right. 14 marks, a good day. Sebastopol is a good word. Just a good word. It's a nice word to say. Sebastopol.
All right, very good. We'll try to get more people from there. Edward Morris from Garfield in the West Gippsland Football Netball Competition. A great all-round effort as well. 32, 12 clearances and 3 goals.
I played at the Garfield Golf Club yesterday.
Oh.
With a mate of mine out there. 2:15's a good day, 32 and 3. 2:15's almost as many shots as I had yesterday. Wasn't a great day at the office.
And going back to the River Pigs to finish off. So we spoke about Travis Cloke, and fair enough, he's got all of the praise. When you kick 18 goals at any level, you're always going to get highlighted. But we also need to highlight 2 of his teammates who were just absolutely outstanding. We're starting with Cooper Barbera, who used to play at Hurstbridge. He had 50 disposals, 216 ranking points, 12 marks, 6 inside 50s and 2 goals.
I'd like to see him get forward of the ball a bit more. I'd like to see him just hit that with 50 and 2. Coop, come on, man. Although, in fairness...
Come on.
Everything went through Clucky, so there's no chance, is there really?
No.
In fairness. So I'll take that back, Coop. On this occasion, you get off the hook. 10 inside, 6 inside's good. A few more of those would be nice. But that's a rock solid day. 50.
50 disposals.
I don't think I ever had 50 in a game.
Well, believe it or not the most disposals by a player recorded at the ground that afternoon.
There was more.
That went to his teammate, Austin Smith, who had...
What did Austin Smith have?
62 disposals.
62. Now, McCaffrey had what, 64 the other day? 63?
63.
63-ish. I think the record might have been 64, one of those.
65.
So he's on the butt. He's there. Austin Smith.
Oof.
62 and 2. 40 handballs. He's a real contested pig, isn't he? He's a real river pig. He's a real river pig, Austin Smith. His head's probably the logo for the footy club. That's exactly what that is. 22 contested, 40 handballs. He's in there getting it done.
Think about the kicks that Cloke's getting from these 2 in particular.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder he kicked 18.
Yeah, well, that's no wonder they haven't kicked goals themselves because there's no space in the forward line with Big Trav there just doing his thing.
Dare I say Swan and Pendlebury-esque, but that's the stats
There's
for
no need
this
for that.
week.
Righto, they're good days. Good days for all those. And let us know if someone's had a big day on the weekend. Let us know on the socials and we'll track down their numbers and put them up here, give them some love on the local podcast. Right, what about some vision to finish off?
All right, let's start with, this is one I found pretty humorous at Premier Data sending. This is from Nicholas Beekmans in the Geelong Amateur.
Yeah.
So, as you see here, there's a bit of a scuffle.
A little bit of howdy-doody.
So, nothing too bad happening there.
I like the moustache on our maroon man here.
But play's resuming at this point, and all of a sudden, we get inside 50 and bang!
Hey! He's running the tash as well. There's some solid mustachioed action in the local footy these days. I think it's good for the game. So rock solid tash here as the fisticuffs are going on, and then our little man looks like Murphy Reid from Fremantle.
Does a little bit
with the moustache.
A mix of Harley and Murphy.
Yeah, absolutely. Has taken the big hover. That's nice. Punch on into hanger. That's
local football to a T.
That's 101, isn't it? That's magnificent stuff.
This is Benjamin Plutt from Croydon.
Yep.
This is a nice little goal here. So we'll see as the ball enters inside 50.
Are they playing East Burwood, are they? No.
Off hands, the left foot snap, bouncing. A very nice 40-metre dribbler, if you don't mind.
Well, that is at Croydon. Can you play me that again?
I sure can.
I need to see that again. I need to see what happened there. Let's see where he's come from.
So Benjamin
So he was the one. He was the one who got up and then got going again.
Yep, left foot bouncing.
Oh, that's a good goal. His teammates sitting there going, I'm open here. I'm Joe the Goose. I'm in the goal square by myself. I'll get a goal here. And it bounces over his head.
Yep.
And through for a goal.
So this
one-man band there. Well done.
Yep. This is Isaac Baldwin from Montmorency. Have a look at how this one goes. They're up. So they're playing at J. Moore Park at West Preston.
Yep.
Ball gets tossed up. Going to have a run through. Takes a bounce. Going to have a kick. No. Play on. And then bouncing.
No
Look
way.
at the bounce.
No way. Oh, how stiff. And West Preston with that. It's good effort to get through initially. No dramas there, but the push in the back late as he goes to kick the footy, and then the dribble. He didn't mean the dribble. That was not part of the plan.
Oh.
But as they say in golf, they don't draw pictures. They just put it on the scorecard. That's a goal.
I like
Doesn't matter how it gets there. They don't draw pictures. They just give you the number.
I haven't heard of that before.
Have you not?
No. That's a new one.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how you get the par. Could be off the trees, out of the bunker, chip in for par. Doesn't matter. It's not par.
Let's have a look here in the VAFA. I want you to tell me if you think that this is the goal of the year at local level so far. 17 years old, Sol Motul Coverdale.
17, is he playing seniors or is it 19s?
No, this is seniors.
It's at Melbourne High.
Ball gets tossed up, running around.
Oh.
Keeps it in off the ground. Thank you very much.
No way. I need another look at that. Because he was looking for the free kick. He turned back in to trouble here, looking for head-high contact. The defender does a good job to miss him.
Eddie Vet style.
And then just throws his boot at it and it dribbles through from the pocket. That's a ridiculous goal.
What do you think? Is that up there so far from what you've seen?
I don't think we've seen too many better than that. I'm suggesting there's an element of luck in that, which I sort of downgrades it a little bit if I'm going to be honest about this sort of stuff. But
it's a bit harsh.
Put himself in the situation and had a crack at it. He was clearly, you would think, going for the goals. So I've got to pay him that.
Yep.
I haven't seen a better one. There you go. So far, we're only a couple of weeks into the season. I haven't seen a better one just yet.
Well, that's the challenge for everyone out there.
Show us your goals.
Okay, this is the last one, and this came across my desk earlier in the week.
Yes.
Kulbinia. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but they're from WA.
WA, yeah.
Now, this is a side that were playing Kenwick, and it's a low-scoring encounter, but at three-quarter time, it was 3-5-23 to 7-6-48. Kenwick were in front by 25 points.
Kulbinia, yeah, it is Kulbinia.
Kulbinia,
right.
There you go. Anyway, they have found a way to get themselves back into the match in the final term, and then with 20 seconds to play.
So they're 3 points down.
3 points down.
I think it's only 15 seconds to play too, just by the way. Oh, no, they kick it with 15 seconds. So this is quite something. So you got no choice. 3 points down. Get it long. This is what Melbourne did against Sydney the other day. It didn't quite work for them. It worked for Kulbinia here. I like this. Kick out to the runner, and then this just goes on the rampage. Didn't even bother with the bounce. Gets to 45 and slots it with 15 seconds to go to hit the lead. Now, you practice that stuff. That's the scenario training that coaches keep telling you they've been practicing. No one ever does. Late in the game, how are we going to win this? We've got to win the game. Yep. We're down by 3. What are we going to do? Down the middle is always the first option.
Great mark.
There's a terrific mark. That's the key to the whole thing. And then get it outside into some space for some runners to get involved in. And my understanding too is this young man,
Trent Garupi Hughes.
That's him. He used to get picked up by the senior coach. Got a man who plays over there. Senior coach, and taken to the games to be the boundary umpire for $50 when he's a young fella.
Oh, right.
So 4 or 5 years ago. So connection to the footy club, being a part of their environment, their community. Used to go and do the boundary. The senior coach would pick him up, and then he has that moment to win the game with 15 seconds to go. That's awesome.
That's the essence of local footy, isn't it?
Well done to the Kulbinia Footy Club, and that is amazing win. You'd be a bit flat if you're the oppo, though.
Well, especially seeing as you're up by 23 at three-quarter time.
You'd be a bit flat to get beaten by that. You still had 15 seconds to score, but clearly that didn't happen.
Well, that play reminded me of another certain play, but you've already warned me about Collingwood mentions, so I'm not going to do that again.
It reminds you, Buddy Franklin kicking goals at the MCG. That's what it reminds you of, jumping over people. That was against Collingwood, wasn't it?
Unfortunately.
Did he jump over
the hurdle? Yes.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, so that's good. We got one. We got the Magpies in the neck there. That was good to finish. Yeah, that's the sort of stuff we're after here on the Locals. Send it through on the socials. We will play. We will pump up your people, pump up your footy clubs, and tell the whole world what's happening in your local part of town when it comes to Australian rules footy. That's it for us on this occasion. Plenty more to come. Check out the Locals socials. Tell all your friends about us, and we'll be back next time on the Local.